They laughed at him. They called him worthless. They said he would never be anything. His name was Zain. He was 14 years old, and the whole world had already given up on him. The boy who had nothing and became everything. Every legend was once a kid who refused to quit. This is Zain's story. A small, dusty house on the edge of a city. Dawn, Zain wakes up on a thin mat on the floor. Zain lived in a one-room house with his mother and 2 younger sisters. His father had left when he was 8. There was no money, there was barely enough food. Zain puts on his worn-out school uniform. His shoes have holes. He looks in a cracked mirror. Every morning, Zain had a choice: stay home and give up, or go to school and face what was waiting for him. A group of boys laugh as Zain walks in. "Look, the beggar's back. Did you eat breakfast today, Zain? Oh wait, you can't afford breakfast." Zain looks down and keeps walking. He sits alone. Every single day they mocked him. His clothes, his bag, his silence. But the teachers, they were no better. "Zain, you failed again. Honestly, some children just aren't meant for school." Zain stares at his test paper, big red F. He crumples it in his fist. He failed his exams 3 times. 3 times! The school sent a letter home recommending he be removed from class. Everyone had already written his story. Everyone except him. Late night, Zain is reading by candlelight, a small, torn, second-hand book he found in the trash. That night, Zain read something that changed his life forever. It was a small, torn paragraph, but it hit him like thunder. "The world will tell you who you are. Your job is to prove them wrong." Zain stares at the page. His eyes fill with tears. Then something changes in his face. A fire lights up. He didn't sleep that night. He grabbed a piece of paper and wrote 3 words at the top. We see the paper. 3 words. I will rise. From that night on, Zain made a decision. He couldn't control the poverty. He couldn't control the bullies. He couldn't change what people thought of him. But he could control one thing: what he did with the next hour. He woke up an hour earlier every day to study. When the candle ran out, he read by the light coming through the window. When he couldn't afford notebooks, he practiced on the back of old newspapers. Zain studies, falls asleep on his books, wakes up and keeps going, fails a practice test, rips it up, then starts again. He failed again and again, 3 more times. But here is what no one saw. With every failure, he got a little bit better. With every fall, he learned something new. The bullies tried to mock him again. This time, Zain simply smiles and keeps walking. "Zain," inner voice, "you don't get to decide my ending. Only I do." Failure is not falling. Failure is staying down. Zain refused to stay down. 2 years later, the same school, but everything looks different. Zain was 16 now. Something had shifted. The boy who once failed every exam had become the student his teachers couldn't stop talking about. A teacher holds up Zain's exam result. The classroom gasps. "Top of the class! Zain, I don't know what to say. I owe you an apology." Zain looks at the teacher calmly, not with anger, with peace. "You pushed me harder than you knew, sir. I'll take the result." Outside, the same bully who once mocked him approaches, awkward, humbled. "Hey, I heard you got the highest marks. That's actually really cool, man." Zain nods. No bitterness, no revenge, just dignity. That year, Zain won a national scholarship. He was the first person from his neighborhood to ever receive it. His mother cried, his sisters cheered, and in that tiny one-room house, something magical happened. Zain handed his mother an envelope. She opens it. Tears roll down her face. She hugs him tightly. The boy who had nothing had become something no one could take away from him. Not his past, not his poverty, not the voices that told him he wasn't enough.
He became living proof that your starting point is not your ending point. Zain is now older, speaking to a group of young students. People asked me what my secret was. I had no secret. I just decided that the story everyone wrote for me wasn't the story I was going to live. And that is the truth for every single one of you watching this right now. Maybe you've been told you're not smart enough, not rich enough, not good enough. Maybe you failed once, twice, 10 times. Maybe the people around you have already given up on you. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you decide in this moment. The world is full of people who will tell you what you cannot do. Your job, your only job, is to keep going until you show them what you can. Zain had nothing, and he became everything. So can you. If Zain's story moved you, drop a comment below and tell me what is one thing you are never giving up on. I read every single comment. If you believe in stories that change lives, hit subscribe and ring that bell. A new story drops every week, and your story might be next. This is Rise Tales, real lessons, animated lives. And your story, it starts right now.